the digital skills of teachers. There used to be almost this fear that technology will come and disrupt the classroom in ways that we will not be ready for. People were afraid to introduce technology. Some of that fear still remains, but today there is no education sector plan developed in any country that does not have technology and data as a core pillar.
So I wish to start with Chief Minister David Sengeh. I would say Minister Sengeh, as Minister of Education until a few months ago, was and still is a great champion for education globally. We had the privilege and the honor to co-chair together the SDG4 high-level Sherpa group. And so, given your commitment, I would like to hear your insights on these three basic questions, especially how do you consider now education as part of a broader agenda? I suppose that the Chief Coordinator Minister has a kind of, busy day, and education is one of the file on your table, but I'm pretty sure that is still one of the main, and by the way, the new Minister of Education of Sierra Leone is here with us, and thanks for him for coming. Please, David, up to you.
Thank you, Stefania. It always is a pleasure being in UNESCO, and yes, education is one of our big five game changers still. I think it really is very difficult, if not impossible, to anticipate the evolution of education, particularly with digital learning. In 2030 and beyond, particularly because everything changes so rapidly. And as we've seen in the last 3 years, it is very hard to predict. Things we couldn't imagine before are now normal. And the things we assumed will be normal remain as aware, remain the status quo. And some of those numbers you have highlighted in your opening statement. For example, during COVID and post-COVID, the way we used to think about distance education, particularly with hybrid technology, has changed. We now use paper, radio, mobile, distance learning through video, and we see that everywhere in pretty much every country. Mobile and network connectivity expanded. Even though there remains gaps, we've been able to close it. The digital skills of teachers, there used to be almost this fear that technology will come and disrupt the classroom in ways that we will not be ready for. People were afraid to introduce technology. Some of that fear still remains, but today there is no education sector plan developed in any country that does not have technology and data as a core pillar. We saw post-test that digitization is here to stay as well. I'll give a few examples from Sierra Leone. And one of those examples I'll give in practice. Sierra Leone developed with one of our partners, Fab Inc., a teacher AI tool. So in preparation for this, just now, 10/19, I asked the tool, it's called the Teacher AI, what should policymakers know about digital learning? By the way, this tool uses ChatGPT and has been trained on Sierra Leonean content. So it says, when it comes to digital learning, there are a few key things the policymaker should keep in mind. Firstly, access to technology is crucial, but all students have equal access to devices and the internet. It talks a lot more. Secondly, policymakers should prioritize the training and support of teachers in using technology effectively. It's not just about providing devices, but helping teachers understand blah, blah, blah. Thirdly, it's important to promote digital citizenship and online safety. Lastly, policymakers should regularly evaluate the effectiveness of digital learning. And it says a lot more. But this tool, which we have developed and are using actively, we have over 200 teachers who use it actively every day, asking 10+ questions, helps them respond, not just to policy conversations at the UNESCO high-level panel, but about specific things around mental health, around storytelling in their classrooms. Secondly, In Sierra Leone, we developed an SMS result checker because during COVID. Today, when a result comes out, millions of parents everywhere use it immediately. And something that used to take 10 weeks for some parents, cost money, now is gotten instantaneously, irrespective of who you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have. And thirdly, we are using formative AI assessment for teachers now, where because we have digitized our learning content, teachers, and we know what they're supposed to be teaching, we're able to generate assessments that teachers can give in real time to their students. So concepts of AI and technology can close the gap of equity. For 2030 and beyond, I do think three important things. Technology and digitization can be used and should be used as an enabler, essential for equity and as a transformational tool for learning. Secondly, technology can help us accelerate towards the Agenda 2030. I don't like thinking so much about 2030 and beyond when we know that we could be still shy of many of our goals. So the primary question for us is how do we use technology to accelerate and deliver on our commitments that we've already made? And thirdly, we have to ask questions, the questions around knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values that our students will need in our volatile world of insecurity, rapid climate degradation, and extremism. How do we use technology to help bridge these challenges? I'll tell you that I'm very hopeful. I'm hopeful that if we think about these questions and others deeply and conscientiously, and we place equity at the core, the world will be better for it. All of us, learners, teachers, parents, and policymakers, and AI, will be better for it. Education and technology is dynamic and rapidly evolving, as I said in the beginning, and so must we.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think this message of hope is what we want to hear. And it's interesting that the teacher AI tool seems to be very much learned by UNESCO documents and principles. So they already read the guidance, which were under embargo until yesterday. So that's great.
So it's true. The UNESCO tools are core to this AI.
That's brilliant.
Yes.
That's we like.